I believe life has a way of giving us lemons and we turn it into lemonade Ciroc and we turn up. Or life gives us shit and we turn it into sun. As of recently, the shit that I've been receiving has been so much shit. Shit as in death. 2 weeks ago, my Aunt Lolo passed away from We're gonna keep that in. 2 weeks ago, my Aunt Lolo passed away from multiple myeloma cancer, which is cancer of the lower back. And it started off with just a lower back pain and it spread into a crisis. So, tonight we're going to talk to two women who I believe are warriors who have turned their shit into sun. You're watching Nicole Soul TV and you literally do not want to miss this episode. So Denise, you currently have breast cancer. Can you tell us about your diagnosis? What was that like?
Okay. I was completely shocked and floored when I found out I was had breast cancer. What happened was I basically was first diagnosed with stage 0 breast cancer, which is really a non-invasive, non-cancerous form of the disease. And basically through testing and going back to the doctor, I found out I had stage 2 breast cancer, which really means that the breast cancer spread from the milk duct to a few of my lymph nodes. So that's basically my diagnosis.
Wow. And
Yeah.
how long ago were you diagnosed?
I was diagnosed on January 6th, which was 6 days before my 33rd birthday. Yeah.
How was that like waking up on your birthday and knowing you were facing this, illness?
It was a total shock, like I said, but honestly, I kind of felt like I know that everything happens for a reason and in God's plan. So after my initial reaction of shock and disbelief, it was my birthday, so it was kind of like, I'm here, I'm alive, I want to stay as positive and as motivated as possible, so it's like I might as well celebrate my birthday, and I'm here, and I'm going to keep it fly as long as I can.
You better turn up. So is breast cancer something that runs in your family, or was it totally random?
My mom is a breast cancer survivor of 11 years, so it's something I'm familiar with, but also, again, it's something that you can never explain to anyone unless you're going through it. So I was there when she was diagnosed 11 years ago, and I saw what it did to her, but it's a totally different experience for me now that I'm going through it. Yeah.
So how long, you said she's been in remission for 11 years,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
So it gives
Praise
you
God.
hope to
Exactly.
keep going.
She's like my living inspiration.
That's
I
wonderful.
have no one else to look up to besides her, and of course, God.
You look amazing today.
Thank you, boo.
Yes. So what is it that you do as a profession?
Okay, so my background is wardrobe styling and visual merchandising. So I've always had a creative outlet in regards to clothing and jewelry and accessories and all that stuff. So when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I kind of wanted to figure out a way where I can basically make it fashionable while I'm going through this illness. So I created an event initiative called Custom Denise Styles, where people can come together and celebrate basically the hair loss that goes through with chemotherapy. So what happened was I did it myself. I had some friends and family come together. I had a live DJ, a few cocktails, and I basically cut my hair. And a few of my friends cut and shaved their hair basically in solidarity with me. So something that I want to push forward and help other young women empower themselves and know that, we kind of make this an experience where people can learn and grow from it.
So that was like you turning your shit into sun by celebrating life in spite of.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so I was on your blog doing a little light stalking.
Oh, no problem.
And I was
we all stalk.
I was getting really emotional because you were talking about your chemo experience and how you don't know how you're going to wake up feeling every day. Can you explain to us what chemo brain is? Because I was like, what is this?
Chemo brain?
Yes.
It's basically like wearing a hat of fog, if that's the best way I can explain it. So basically it's kind of like, I can be speaking to you right now and I really sometimes can't remember the last thing I said to you. You know what I mean? It's really the side effects of chemo. I thought it was just myself that was going through it, but I did some research and I figured out that a lot of people go through this. So it's just one of the side effects that I have to deal with, you know what I mean? Besides like the normal nausea and like feeling really, really fatigued and sluggish, and some, a couple other things, hair loss and, all the mental things as well. It's just something I have to go through and I will get through and conquer. So that's that.
So what keeps you going, inspired and motivated to keep going in spite of?
It's really, honestly, I know it's the love and support from my family, friends, my sorority sisters, and just knowing that God brought me to this place and he basically gave me this assignment and to something that I'm going to push forward through, and when I conquer, I'm going to have a testimony. So without a testimony, you can't go through a testimony without a test.
Right.
So this is my test and my cross to bear, and I'm just going to make it fly.
Where can we find you on the internet to,
On the
like, to hire you?
On the internet?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Or where can we get the shirt, the Fuck Cancer shirt?
Visit Denise C. Styles, that's DENIECE, cstyles.com. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that. And you can find my merchandise here. So basically designing a collection. We're basically saying F cancer, but we want to be fly with it. You know what I mean? So you can go on the webpage and get some merchandise. We have totes, we have hats, we have a couple other things coming. So yeah, stay tuned, y'all.
Yes, and are you on the gram also?
I'm on the gram. The gram, Denise C. Styles.
Slide in her DM, joking.
Don't tell my man that.
Oh, so wait, you have a boyfriend?
I do.
I kind of want to ask you about that. Do you mind?
Yeah,
okay,
no,
cool. So you got a man, Mom?
I got a boo.
Yeah. So like, how long have you guys been together?
We've been together a couple months now, about 8 months, but I've known him for about 15 years.
Okay, so it's like throwback.
Yeah, he actually was like my first boyfriend in college, and then he moved down south, so we separated for a little while. But we kept in contact through Facebook. You know, every now and again, a little poke. A little happy birthday on the wall, you know what I mean? He was checking for the kid, he was checking for me. And then we kind of reconnected this, like, last year. So he's been, like, everything happened in God's plan, because he's been so, like, he's just been a rock to me and, like, just really been there for me. So,
wonderful.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's also my business partner, so he's my web designer. He's a graphic designer as well. So, yeah, so we're working together and just making this thing work.
Wonderful. Is this black? It doesn't even matter. I was about to say, is this black love?
It's
Father
black.
God?
It's black love, girl.
Okay.
All the way.
Yes. Just want to put that out there. Endured with the diagnosis.
I think one of the biggest struggles was getting diagnosed at a young age. It definitely made me grow up a lot quicker and deal with things that I wasn't expecting myself to deal with at 12 years old.
Okay. So at 12, you were basically facing death to a certain degree. How did you overcome that? Like, was it your family? Was it, you know, maintaining hobbies or what?
I think because my family was kind of breaking down in front of me, it pushed me to stay strong and remain positive and keep my faith very, very instilled within my life. And the support of family and friends is what allowed me to get through the situation much better.
How did your family react to your diagnosis?
Well, my mom's only child, so it was very difficult for her. I don't think anyone was expecting it at all. And the power of prayer can do a lot. And because of the power of prayer, I think that's what got me through, you know. So.
Awesome. So what do you think your soul purpose is, since you have like
that's
this,
such a good question.
this second chance?
I think my sole purpose is to live a life that I'm excited about and complete my goals no matter what gets in my way. And I think I proved that to myself and doing what I love. I've always loved modeling, and I have grown in the modeling industry, and I want to be a model with a message, Eminem.
Awesome.
So model and a message, yeah. I want to use my modeling as a platform for other women and other people to discover their true potential and discover their dreams no matter what gets in their way. I think that's the most beautiful thing about completing your goals and dreams and not letting things get in your way and being real, you know? I'm far from what a model stereotype would be. I'm not perfect, and I think that's what makes me different, and that's what makes me perfect, the fact that I am different and I show my insecurities and my flaws. And there are times where I'm like, damn, shit, I'm not the same. I'm not the model. I don't fit into the model. The typical model. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what makes you like have a really powerful story and a really unique experience. With that being said, so you're a model now, but you also recently learned how to walk again.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about like your surgery and learning how to walk again and then walking on the runway?
Yeah, that was an amazing experience. Something that I didn't think was going to happen, but I pushed myself to get there. Recently I was told that I had to have surgery for a revision on my internal prosthesis. So my titanium was rubbing against the bone that I have, which is my patella. And they were rubbing against each other, causing pain, discomfort. Things weren't going right in there. So they inserted a plastic component in between my titanium and the bone. It can get complicated, so that's why I'm trying to like figure it out.
No worries.
Yeah, there's a lot of screws and bolts and cement and a bunch of stuff in there. So,
but I seen on Instagram you had to go to physical therapy and learn how to walk again.
Yeah.
So how is
because
that?
of the fact that it is the surgery was in my knee, that's a big part of your ligament. You know, you have to learn how to do things again. You have to learn how to walk and sit down and take the train and drive and you know, and it was difficult. I wasn't expecting it. My life was going. I was on a roll. I had just, I'm in school. I started my modeling career was still going. So it wasn't something that I was expecting, but I took it and I moved forward. You know, like that wasn't the end for me.
So after you learned how to walk, then you booked the gig with New York Fashion Week. Who'd you walk for, and how was that experience?
That was an amazing experience. That was one of my goals. That was something that I said, okay, if I get the surgery, this isn't going to stop me from, my next goal is going to be Fashion Week again. So I was honored to walk for Stello and Walter Mendez, which are LA-based designers, and they had Fashion Week here in New York. And last year I walked for them at Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, so it was a pleasure to see them again and
awesome.
and do that. Yeah,
So what's
especially
next
after
for you?
surgery. What's next?
Yes. What's
I'm
next?
excited
You've
about
conquered
what's
so
next.
much stuff. What's next?
I'm excited about what's next. I'm moving to California.
Woo! LA, what's up?
Yes, I'm moving to California. I'm going to continue school there. I'm going to continue pursuing my modeling career, get signs, get gigs. I want to be on ads. I want to be, you know, in Times Square. I want to show my insecurities, even though I'm a model. You know, we think of a model as this perfect girl, and that's the problem in our society. We see girls that fit in this perfect image, but are we really all perfect?
Right.
What makes us different and what makes us perfect is showing our insecurities and our flaws and our differences. And being
Some of the common misconceptions about being diagnosed with cancer.
I think one of the things that I agree with what you were saying. Oh shit, my neck.
It's okay.
It's
It's okay, Linda.
What you were saying in your interview is that chemophilia is a definite thing that will happen if you get diagnosed with
It's
cancer.
real.
Like there's times where I was at a hospital prom at Memorial Sloan Kettering, and I did not remember the prom at all. Like
Really?
at all. I was in a wheelchair. I had chemo. I didn't remember being there at all.
It's real, and it's so funny. I just thought I had poor memory. I mean, I had bad memory like before this, but I just thought it was me, you know. But like I said, I did research and it was like, okay, this is like a real thing.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
another misconception I feel like in regards to breast cancer is that only older women can get it, and a lot of part of my mission is to let people know that young women are affected as well.
Yeah.
You know, I was 32 when I was diagnosed, and you know, there's younger women in their 20s and their teens are getting diagnosed with breast cancer. So just raising awareness and letting people know they need to basically check.
Sometimes you just gotta listen to your body.
Yeah, you do.
You definitely do.
Do you?
I mean, I found my lump randomly in the shower. It was just like I wasn't even searching for it. It's small. It's really small. So you know, I was kind of like, oh, let me just tell my doctor. You know what I mean? Not thinking anything of it. So when I got the results, it was just like, whoa. You know what I mean? So
With me, I thought I had growing pains. So I'm
Really?
tall. I'm 5'11",
Oh,
so I'm
yeah.
thinking, oh, maybe it's growing pains. I'm getting taller. My dad is 6'7". I'm in basketball. I'm in ballet. So last thing I was thinking was that I had a tumor in my feet.
I know.
Oh.
But look where we are now.
Exactly.
Right. So
Forward.
Slaying. We're all
yeah,
slaying. That's all
so
that matters.
once again, thank you Denise and thank you Natalia for coming on my show and sharing your story. I think you guys are amazing. And just, you know, peep the breath of life. So this month is March and it's March is multiple melanoma cancer month, and that's the cancer that my aunt recently passed away with. So it's a very rare bone cancer, but it started with just a backache, and it just turned into something crazy. You got it. Okay. So, I don't know. Go to the doctor, get checked out, because you never know.